Derek?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Ah! Ah!
Who are you?
The internet is filled with creepy content, but some videos go beyond disturbing. Like this one, for example. This video was recorded by a man named Jacob, who had recently inherited a house from his late grandmother. At first, he wasn't sure if he wanted to keep it. The house was in bad shape, required major repairs, and didn't feel like home. But after one particular night, Jacob's mind was made up. It was late, well past midnight, when Jacob was suddenly woken up by a strange noise coming from inside his bedroom. Curious and uneasy, he reached for his phone and began recording. This is what he captured.
I just heard knocking from the closet.
A steady knocking sound can be heard coming from the closet. Jacob gets up and checks inside, but finds nothing. Moments later, however, a loud banging sound echoes from the opposite side of the room. There's no one else in the house. Understandably shaken, Jacob couldn't explain what he had just experienced. But it wasn't until he reviewed the footage that he noticed something even more disturbing. Something he hadn't seen in the moment. At the beginning of the video, a clown doll sitting on top of the dresser can be seen facing the bed. But later in the footage, without anyone touching it, the doll is facing the door. Jacob was horrified. He later stated that he believes the doll came alive that night, and he's glad he caught it on camera. After the incident, he moved the doll downstairs to the living room and hasn't let it back into his bedroom since. While no one can say for certain what actually happened, one thing is clear. This experience left Jacob completely terrified. And the same can be said about what Brandy River has been experiencing. Brandy River has been dealing with strange activity inside her home for quite some time. While most incidents tend to happen unexpectedly and go unrecorded, she recently managed to capture something on camera that she couldn't ignore. In the footage, Brandy and her sister are sitting on the couch, talking casually, when they suddenly hear a strange noise coming from one of the rooms down the hall. Her sister decides to get up and check it out, while Brandy records the moment. This is what she caught.
Girl, there ain't nothing back there, I'm telling you.
The light just went off.
Nothing back there, right?
There's nobody back here.
I told you. There's never... Oh my god! Oh my god!
The sound is brief, but unnerving. And although nothing seems to be visibly moving at first, the tension in the room is undeniable. According to Brandy, this isn't the first time something like this has happened. In fact, on a separate occasion, the exact same noise occurred. But that time, Brandy was the one who went to investigate. And while both of these events left her unsettled, they pale in comparison to what she experienced next. One evening, Brandy had just arrived home for dinner with her children when she noticed something odd. The light to one of the bedrooms was on, even though no one was supposed to be in there. Sensing something was off, she began recording. This is what the camera captured.
So, me and my kid just got back from eating dinner, and my bedroom light is on, which is strange because I don't remember leaving it on.
Are you sure?
For me? Yeah.
I'll stay right by the door.
Yeah, I want you. Oh my God. Somebody broke into her.
In the footage, there appears to be someone, or something, standing inside the bedroom. But when Brandy opens the door and steps inside, the room is completely empty. To this day, she has no idea what she saw that night. But given the pattern of strange events in her home, she believes it might be something paranormal. So far, Brandy hasn't shared any additional updates or videos. Until she does, her experiences remain unexplained. As always, feel free to share your thoughts. What do you think is happening in Brandy's home? Surely, it couldn't be as terrifying as what Jack Steffens experienced in one of the most haunted hotels in the US. This next video comes from a man named Jack Steffens, who recently spent the night at what many believe to be the most haunted hotel in the United States. The location in question is the Biltmore Hotel, located in Providence, Rhode Island, a place steeped in history and long associated with paranormal activity. Guests who've stayed at the Biltmore over the years have reported everything from objects moving on their own to the sounds of distant parties echoing through empty hallways. Laughter, footsteps, voices. Yet when guests investigate, they find nothing there. Like many others before him, Jack encountered something during his stay that defied explanation. Late one evening, Jack was lying in bed inside his room when something strange happened. The bathroom door suddenly slammed shut on its own. At first, he tried to dismiss it, but minutes later, the door opened by itself, only to close again immediately after. Startled and unsure of what to make of it, Jack grabbed his camera and began filming. What he captured next left him completely stunned.
All right, you can see that the bathroom is down there at the end of the hallway. The bathroom door is the one that has been slamming itself by apparently unseen forces. I'm going to stand here for a couple minutes. If it happens again, then I'm going to catch it on video. If it doesn't happen again, then I'm going to set my camera down and try to just let it sit there and wait and catch it when it happens. Did you see that? It just did it again. I cannot believe I got that on video. I cannot believe I got that. There is nobody in this room except for me. That is the freakiest thing ever. There's nobody back here.
In the footage, the door suddenly swings shut with force, just as it had before. It moves with such intensity, it's as if someone is standing on the other side, slamming it shut. But here's the thing. Jack had already checked. The bathroom was empty. And just to be sure, he records the interior of the bathroom for viewers to see, confirming that no one is inside. Without that clip, many might have questioned the video's authenticity. It could have been assumed that someone was simply hiding in the room, waiting for the right moment to close the door. But Jack's recording leaves little room for that explanation. Given the Biltmore Hotel's long-standing reputation and the sheer force with which the door moves, many believe Jack may have captured something genuinely paranormal. Of course, I'll leave the final judgment up to you. Was this the result of something supernatural? Or is there still a logical explanation waiting to be uncovered? Whatever your answer might be, I'm curious what you'll think of this next disturbing video. This next video was suggested by Armando Caesar, who admits he's unsure where the footage originally came from. The source remains unknown, but after doing a bit of digging, Armando was able to uncover some details about the clip. According to him, the woman featured in the video is a house cleaner who has been working at an extremely old property for several years. She usually arrives at night when the home is empty, and during nearly every visit, she claims to hear footsteps and voices coming from the floor above, even though she's supposed to be the only person inside. Her friends, skeptical of the stories, dared her to do something she'd never done before: clean the house with the lights off and film whatever happened. At first, she was hesitant, but eventually she agreed, thinking it would be the perfect way to prove that she wasn't imagining things and that the house really was haunted. She didn't know it then, but accepting that dare may have been one of the biggest mistakes she's ever made. It's late at night, the house is dark, she's alone, and this is what she captured.
Have I to really cope there? Oh! Jack! What? God. Can't scare me, you bastard, I'm coming. For Alan. To prove that it is top at banister. Hello, Pauline, I'm shitting myself. Sounds like there's something in that bedroom. I'm up to the top of the stairs. I can hear a noise in the background, but it's in that cupboard, and it is the airing cupboard. So that's where the boiler is, and it sounds like it's just, someone's just come up at the back of me. Door. Bollocks. Now I want to go back down now. Right, I've just shut door. Bed, I'm going to sit on the I daren't move. Do you know if I weren't shitting me sen? I want to go down.
Most people would have run the moment something like that occurred, but somehow she stayed calm, or at least she tried to. What happened next changed everything. Just as she's about to head downstairs, a loud bang echoes through one of the rooms. Startled, she turns and points the camera toward the noise and captures something shocking.
Will you open the door for me, please? I have just seen something. Right, that's it, I'm off down, I can't take no more. I am off frigging down.
If you pause the footage at just the right moment, you'll see it. A pale, human-like figure peeking out from behind the door. It's faint, but unmistakable. And based on the angle, it seems the figure was already standing there before the camera was ever pointed in that direction. That was enough for her. She ended the recording and left the house, clearly shaken by what she had just experienced. With everything that happened in this video, it's hard not to wonder, did she really capture something paranormal on camera? If so, then the dare she accepted proved her point, but at a terrifying cost. As with many videos like this, there's no way to confirm whether it's real or fake. That decision, as always, is up to you. One thing's for sure, what happened in that house remains a total mystery. And what also remains a mystery is what you're about to see in this next footage. This next video was originally posted in September of this year, but for reasons still unclear, it was taken down just a few days later. Some believe the video was removed because the person involved was so shaken by what happened, they couldn't bear to be reminded of it. Others think the incident may have been too disturbing to leave up for long. Whatever the reason, the original uploader briefly reposted the footage, allowing viewers one final chance to see it before taking it down again. It goes without saying, but this video is seriously creepy. In the clip, a security guard is working the night shift inside a private building somewhere in Colombia. Everything seems quiet until something strange begins to happen. While on patrol, the guard is approached by someone, or at least that's what it looks like. At the beginning of the footage, we can clearly see the guard waving and talking, as if greeting a visitor. But the problem is, there's no one there. As the video continues, it becomes increasingly clear that he appears to be having a full conversation with someone who is completely invisible. Already unsettling, the story takes an even creepier turn when we learn what the guard says happened. According to him, the person he was speaking to was an elderly woman, someone who appeared to be lost and had asked for directions to a specific part of the building. But as we just saw, no one was visible on camera at any point. Minutes pass, and the guard continues chatting with the unseen figure. Then, everything changes. The guard is suddenly radioed by a co-worker, and what he hears next makes his blood run cold. Immediately, the guard presses the button to summon the elevator, hoping to make a quick exit. But when the doors don't open fast enough, panic takes over. He turns and bolts for the stairs instead, running out of the building without ever looking back. No one is quite sure where he went after that, but judging by his reaction, it's safe to assume he wanted to get as far away as possible. To this day, the guard's co-workers remain convinced that what he experienced was paranormal. But with the original footage now removed and little information ever provided, we may never know for sure. So the question still stands: who or what was the security guard talking to? I think we might never know, just like so many other things we'll probably never get answers to, like the next video. This next video comes from YouTuber Hoopla22, a dog owner who captured something truly unsettling on camera while home alone. At first, the footage seems like a typical home intruder video, one of those caught on camera moments where someone breaks into a house. But as the clip goes on, it becomes clear that something far stranger is taking place. According to Hoopla, he initially thought his friend Derek was playing one of his usual pranks. In the video's description, he writes, "Thought my buddy Derek was pulling a prank on me as he always does, so I decided to record this video to catch him in the act. I was on the toilet when it started. Nala was barking like crazy, which made me think he was in the house. I was so wrong." Hoopla goes on to explain that ever since this incident, both he and his dog Nala have been staying at his parents' house. She's physically okay, but visibly shaken. According to him, her little trembles have not gone away since that night. This is what the camera captured.
Nala! 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 Nala? Derek? Nala, come on out. Nala, come on out, seriously. Derek? Nala, where'd you go, princess? Nala?
Baby! No! What's wrong, Angel? Who do I love? Who do I love, pretty girl? Okay.
That is so weird. I've never seen her that scared. Never seen her get that scared. Derek? Derek, that you? Nala. Nala. Come on, we're going. Nala, we're leaving. Let's go. Come on, baby.
As the footage begins, Hoopla finds Nala hiding inside a room, clearly frightened by something. Moments later, a noise comes from the kitchen. Thinking an intruder might actually be in the house, Hoopla begins to panic. He rushes to Nala, speaking with urgency, trying to get her to leave the room with him. But just then, something chilling happens. The bedroom door slams shut on its own. At that point, everything changes. Hoopla realizes that this isn't a prank, and it isn't a break-in. Whatever is in the house with him isn't human. To this day, Hoopla is convinced that the incident was paranormal, and with how Nala reacted, shaking, hiding, refusing to move, it's hard to say otherwise. Of course, there's always room for speculation. Was something supernatural haunting them that night? Or is there a logical explanation yet to be uncovered? As always, you be the judge. What exactly happened in that house? Whatever your guess might be, it won't be as terrifying as this next video. The following video comes from James Fodder, who recently bought a doll from a secondhand store. Apparently, the doll is worth far more than what the store was selling it for, which is why James decided to purchase it. However, ever since bringing the doll home, strange things have been happening. From hearing unexplainable noises at night to seeing doors open and close on their own, James suspects that the doll might be responsible for the unusual activity in his house. To find out, he sets the doll in front of a camera inside an empty room, hoping to capture something that would prove it's haunted. At first, nothing unusual is recorded during the first few days. But then, one night, something very strange happens. The camera James is using is motion sensitive and is programmed to follow any detected movement. In the footage, we can see the camera slowly panning across the room, yet nothing appears to be moving. It's as if the camera is tracking something invisible. This is what was captured. Could it be that the camera is detecting an unseen presence? Or is it simply malfunctioning? While a technical issue seems likely, something happens 2 nights later that makes James believe the camera may have actually picked up something real. He wasn't home when the next event occurred, but when reviewing the footage, he wrote, "Just, wow. I've been leaving the closets open in case anyone thinks I'm hiding inside. I don't even know what to say." This is what was captured. From James's bathroom, a dark, shapeless figure suddenly appears. It darts across the floor before vanishing out of sight. James now believes this may have been the apparition that the camera was reacting to earlier, and he suspects that this mysterious figure might be attached to the doll. Since then, James has continued filming at night, unaware that he would soon capture something even more terrifying. While sleeping in his room upstairs, this is what happened next. Suddenly, the doll begins to move on its own. It shifts slightly, moving for just a few seconds before stopping completely. Deeply unsettled, James posted the footage online, hoping someone could offer an explanation. At this point, it's unclear whether he plans to keep the doll, but if he does, he may want to keep it locked away in that room. A disturbing event like this certainly warrants caution. As always, the question remains: had something paranormal occurred? Or was there a logical explanation for what James captured on camera? You be the judge, and let's see what unfolds in this next video. In this next video, ghost hunter Gantu agrees to spend the night inside a store that is rumored to be haunted. He was invited by the store's owner, who claims the location has long been a hotspot for intense paranormal activity. In fact, the owner is so terrified of what's happening there that he refuses to stay overnight himself. Hoping to get some answers, he asks his friend Gantu to investigate. But what Gantu doesn't realize is that this night will be far more disturbing than anything he expected. Gantu sets up inside the store alone. Everything seems calm as he relaxes and plays a video game to pass the time. But then, something strange happens. In the corner of the screen, a faint apparition can be seen. It appears to be the figure of a child, standing silently, watching Gantu as he plays. Could this be the entity that's believed to haunt the store? Or is it something else entirely? Some might argue that it could have been a real child, made to look ghostly because of the low quality of the footage. But that theory doesn't explain the way the figure moves, disappearing quickly, almost unnaturally at certain moments. So what exactly was captured in this clip? Was it a wandering child, a camera glitch, or something more sinister? As always, the final judgment is yours. What do you think Gantu encountered that night? This next video was posted by Gorda Suspina, who shared very little information about the clip. Despite the lack of context, what's captured in the footage is undeniably unsettling. The video begins with someone casually recording a rabbit outside in the middle of the night. At first, everything seems perfectly normal, until something truly bizarre happens. In the background, a pair of pants appears to be running on its own. No upper body, no head, no visible person attached. Just the pants, moving as if worn by something completely invisible. Some have suggested that this could be a camera glitch or a trick of the light. But others believe it may have been some kind of apparition, a paranormal event caught by accident. Whatever it was, it's easy to imagine how terrifying it would be to witness something like this in person. Hopefully, I never do. And the same goes for this next video shared by Marlene White. She captured something deeply unsettling while inside her bathroom. Along with the footage, she included a message that reads, "Please tell me I'm not crazy." And after watching what she recorded, it's easy to understand why. The video features a text-to-speech voice explaining the situation as it unfolds. At first glance, everything seems fine, until something strange is seen in the reflection.
What the hell is this? I only have one baby at my house today. The rest of them are with grandma. You can clearly hear my baby in the living room crying. I was on the toilet when I felt like something was watching me. I've been on edge ever since I took a picture and my dad was behind me by the door. So I decided to turn the camera on and record. This is not my dad. I don't know what it is. I know you seen it move before and after, I gasped.
Who are you? Hello?
It almost looks like someone is standing inside the bathroom, just out of frame. The shape is faint, but definitely noticeable. Some viewers initially assumed it might be one of Marlene's children. However, Marlene quickly disproves that idea. In a follow-up clip, she demonstrates exactly what it would look like if one of her kids were standing in that spot. The difference is clear.
Stand in the shower real quick so I can show people something, please. Shut the door. Dang, you colorful, boy. Okay, you can get out. Come here, child. This is literally what you guys want. Like, that was not my babies in the shower. Please just stop. There's no way. Say there's no way. I would never get in that scary thing. I'm so scared.
Marlene has no explanation for what she recorded, and many viewers believe it could be a ghost. Others argue it might simply be a trick of light or a reflection. But even then, the figure's placement and shape are hard to ignore. So what do you think? Was this a genuine paranormal encounter or just an eerie illusion? Let me know down below. Sometimes you'd better hope it's just an eerie illusion, because what we see in this next footage, captured by Maria Flores, is something we wished was just that. This next video was shared by a user named Maria Flores, though she makes it clear that the footage is not her own. According to her, the video was sent to her by someone else, someone who included very little background information. Despite the lack of context, the footage itself is undeniably creepy. The sender explained that their sister-in-law had taken the video while attending a carnival somewhere in Africa. At the time, she was simply recording the atmosphere, the music, the lights, the bustling crowd. Nothing out of the ordinary. But later, when she reviewed the footage, she noticed something she hadn't seen before. And what she caught on camera has left her deeply disturbed ever since. If you look closely, in the background among the crowd, you can make out a faint, almost translucent figure. It appears to be an apparition, standing completely still while everyone else moves around it. The figure is just clear enough to be noticed, and just vague enough to be terrifying. As you can imagine, the sister-in-law who filmed it was shaken by what she saw. She couldn't explain what it was, or how she failed to notice it while filming. But there's one thing she does know. Whatever she captured that day still haunts her. And even now, she says the footage keeps her up at night. And this next footage? It just might keep you up tonight too. Take a look. The following video was posted by a Reddit user whose family has been experiencing ongoing paranormal activity in their home. The uploader, a concerned father, explains that there have been multiple instances where he's seen and heard things he simply can't explain. One night, while the entire family was asleep, his daughter was suddenly woken up by something disturbing. According to her, she saw a shadowy figure standing inside her bedroom. Her reaction, caught on camera, makes it clear that whatever she witnessed left her terrified. She later described seeing the silhouette of a figure near her bed, which is what caused her to scream. To make matters even creepier, she said that around the same time, her clock radio turned on by itself, something that's never happened before. It's easy to understand why she was so frightened, and as you might expect, the entire family was shaken by the incident. But this wasn't the only event that left the father feeling uneasy. Just a few weeks earlier, something else had been caught on camera, this time in the middle of the night. It's 3 a.m. when a strange sound echoes through the house. The father says they still have no idea where the noise came from. There were no windows open, no one outside, and no explanation they could come up with. But whatever it was, it clearly unsettled everyone. At this point, the family isn't sure what to think. No further videos have been posted by the father, and no answers have been found. For now, their experiences remain unexplained. As always, what do you think? Are they dealing with something paranormal, or could there be another explanation? Until more footage surfaces, this family's story remains a mystery. Some mysteries seem better left unsolved, but what happened in this next footage is something you'll want to know. In this next video, a security guard working the night shift at an empty facility captures something truly unsettling on camera. The guard's name is Tim Saver, and according to him, the building he patrols each night might be haunted. Over time, Tim has reported hearing strange noises that seem to come from nowhere, and he often describes the eerie feeling that someone, or something, is inside the building with him. Because of this, Tim has made a habit of filming parts of his shift, hoping to capture whatever might be causing the disturbances. While several unexplained moments have already been caught on camera, one particular video has left viewers especially disturbed. In the footage, Tim hears a noise coming from a crawl space near the ceiling. He moves in to investigate, recording as he goes. At first, nothing seems unusual, but later, after reviewing the video, he notices something he hadn't seen in the moment, and it leaves him speechless. This is what he captured. After zooming in and brightening the footage, a faint image becomes visible. What appears to be a hand is seen reaching out and grasping at something inside the dark space. Then, just seconds later, it vanishes. Tim is convinced that what he captured was something paranormal. However, some viewers have suggested that it might have simply been someone hiding in the building. Still, the way the hand appears and disappears without any sign of a person has left many questions unanswered. Tim has mentioned that he plans to post more footage soon to provide additional context. But for now, the video stands on its own. So what do you think? Until more is revealed, the answer remains a mystery. That's all for today, folks. If you want to see more disturbing content, click the video on screen.